All your relationship pain comes from your mindset love psychology. The nature of suffering. The vast majority of suffering actually stems from our own cognitive attitudes. In love, marriage, family, and work, all the pain we experience is essentially due to how our perceptions affect our emotions. For example, why do some people become depressed after a breakup, feeling their entire life is ruined, while others can gain experience from the relationship, understand themselves better, and grow? Ultimately, it's because different people have different thoughts and understandings about the same event, which in turn triggers different emotional and physiological responses. In cognitive behavioral therapy, there's a famous theory called the ABC model of emotions. A stands for the activating event, B for the beliefs or thoughts about the event, and C for the consequent emotional and behavioral results. Many people, disliking C, such as experiencing negative emotions, blame A and the people involved in creating A, thinking A caused everything. However, what truly triggers C is not A, but B. Take relationships as an example. Why do you feel so hurt and want to argue or get angry when your partner doesn't reply to your message or speaks in a slightly cold tone? Is it really their lack of response that causes your suffering? The root cause isn't that. What truly makes you feel bad isn't their lack of response, but the negative perceptions and scenarios you create about their non-response. For instance, you might think they're not replying because they're chatting with someone else of the opposite sex, or because they don't love you anymore. In reality, they might simply be too busy to respond. So often, when you feel very painful about something or someone, rather than trying to change external factors, it's better to change your inner perspective. This approach is more time and energy efficient, and you'll find that when you transform your inner state, your environment changes accordingly. This is the so-called circumstances follow the mind. It's not the occurrence of events that causes your emotions, but your perception of events that affects your emotions. What truly makes you suffer isn't the event itself, but your cognition and views about the event. So how do we adjust our cognition? First, learn to perceive your current emotions and face yourself honestly. Understand that many times, you generate extreme emotions and perceptions because your inner wounds have been triggered. Going back to the relationship example, why do you think they're not replying means they don't love you or that they're chatting with someone else? It's because you believe that loving you means responding instantly and accommodating all your emotions. When they fail to do so, you emotionally collapse. This is actually due to your own vulnerability and lack of security, leading to such misunderstandings. Perhaps in your childhood, you didn't receive enough love, recognition, or acceptance. As a result, you're trying to compensate through your partner, which is essentially a form of psychological compensation. You want to correct childhood mistakes through your relationship because as a child, you were very vulnerable and could only passively accept situations. As an adult, you crave a perfect partner to make up for this, projecting all your fantasies onto them. When they fail to meet your expectations, you feel very hurt and want to punish them. So when you encounter a situation that generates many negative thoughts and ideas, pause and examine your inner self. Ask yourself what childhood pain it's evoking. See that small, vulnerable child within you and work on healing it. Secondly, allow everything to happen and go with the flow. When you don't allow something to happen, when you think things should develop as you expect, ego arises. Ego is the source of all suffering. To break the ego, learn to allow everything to happen. Let flowers be flowers and trees be trees. Many things in life are unstoppable. Whether you fear them or not, they will happen. So don't fight against the world, because it won't always develop according to your expectations. No matter what happens, the best way to handle it is to let it pass, rather than resisting or struggling against it. Understand? True strength isn't about confrontation, but about allowing and accepting. Allow impermanence. Allow that your parents might not love you as much as you'd like, that your children might not be as obedient as you wish. When you can calmly accept all this and observe life without judgment, your pain and hurt disappear. Therefore, we must have the ability to self-regulate, to learn from events and gain experience, rather than wallowing in emotions meaninglessly. Because what truly traps you is never your painful emotions, but your understanding of a situation. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your free likes are the greatest encouragement for me. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.